Hey everybody, happy Thursday night team call. My name is Liza Reef and with me tonight is Christine Savigny. Say hi, Christine.
Hello, everybody.
Yay, as always, we have a jam-packed call for you. And tonight's call is really important for so many different reasons. We're going to talk about your why, and we're going to talk about mindset. Really two huge things in our business, in a people business, network marketing, that is so important. So just a couple of things before I get started with my portion. Tomorrow is the last day to commit for the 8/16 event. So there's an event, go to Goal Diggers. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Andrea Jury, just search her, and tomorrow is the last day to commit and send her the $10 for the event next Wednesday night, 8:30 to 9:30, all online, all being done by amazing sideline ambassadors, and $10, that's it, to invest in this event, and prizes are going to be awarded to those guests. So your potentials, your potential customers, and your potential ambassadors that you can put into that group, into that event. So $10, PayPal it to Andrea, and she'll put you in the group. And then we're just a couple short weeks away from the final qualifying of Leaders Retreat. 8/31 is the final day to qualify for Leaders Retreat. So hopefully you're watching those emails that come in on Wednesdays and you're really pushing yourself and your team to get yourselves there, because I know the leaders on this call right now who have been to Leaders Retreat will tell you it's an amazing experience. And John Maxwell, he's our keynote speaker. Absolutely incredible. Now, John Maxwell, if you don't know who he is, you're going to research him at the end of this call, because he is all about mindset. So tonight we're going to talk about the importance of a why, and then I'm going to pass it on over to Christine, and she's going to talk to you about mindset. You'll have to excuse me because I said before we started recording, I have a couple different notebooks going on here. A why, your why is like so important to me. It's one of the things that I'm really passionate about. So I just have a lot of different things going on here. So the first thing I want to say is there's a huge difference between your why you decided to take Plexus products, why you decided to start this business, versus a want. So a want is financial freedom. I want financial freedom. I want a dream home. Those are your wants. Why do you want those? I want the financial freedom so that I can send my daughter to college and she doesn't have to worry about school loans like I have to. I want financial freedom so that my husband doesn't have to work any overtime. Though, huge difference. So when I'm talking about your why, and I'm going to ask everybody, whether you are a new ambassador or you're a veteran ambassador, you are going to, after tonight, you're going to write down your why. And you're going to share it with somebody, whether it's the stakeholders in your household, a spouse, your children, or a leader, an ambassador, the person who sponsored you, or just simply a friend maybe outside of Plexus. So pay attention clearly to a why versus your want. So your why you decided to take Plexus products, start this business, is huge. It is your boss. We are the CEO of our business, but our whys drive us every single day. So, for instance, when you clicked Join Plexus, what was it? Was it to lose weight, or was it to earn some extra income? When I first started, it was simply to feel better. Felt like crap, wanted to lose some weight, wanted to lose some inches, and I did. So my why was to feel better for myself, but eventually for my family as well, because me feeling better, like happy wife, happy life type of thing. So then that changed, that evolved for me, because then I started a business. And it was about the financial aspects for my family, but also the reward to see my teammates doing the same thing and earning an income. So your why drives you every single day. It's your motivation to get up and work your business, to get up and to hold yourself accountable every single day, to reach out to 3 people, to update your Franks list, to post on Facebook, to follow up. It's going to keep you focused. with your business. We've talked plenty about the stack sheets that we have in the file section, but your why is part of those stack sheets. Your actions every single day is going to keep you motivated, and it's going to push you to achieve your goals. Every single month, the first day of every single month, we should be writing down 2 to 3 specific SMART goals. And those goals, your why is going to push you to achieve those goals. And again, you're always going to revisit your why because it's going to change. It's going to evolve, and you have to be okay with that. It's not going to be a stagnant why throughout your entire business. You're going to change. Your business is going to change. Your team is going to change. Be okay with that. But your why rules your world every single day. It's the fire in your belly. So if you haven't heard that, you're going to hear that a lot. This is going out to newer ambassadors. And you've heard the fire in your belly several times. You're not revisiting it, rewriting it, thinking about it, talking about it with your team or teammates. You're going to become complacent in your business. And that's not what we want. So somebody say, okay, tell me your why, write it down. And then you do it, and then you just kind of put it away. You can't put it away. This business ebbs and flows. There are really, really good times, but sometimes you might need a little pick-me-up. You know what your pick-me-up is going to be? You're going to write down your why, and then you're going to revisit it, because you always have to go back to why you started. Why did you start? Don't quit. Why did you start? And it's going to impact you, and it's going to impact your team. When I'm meeting with new ambassadors, I met with somebody last week, and we were going over the success kit. One of the first things in the quick start guide of a success kit is to create your why. Write it down, talk to people about it. So it's so incredibly important. One thing that I tend to do is write it down. And then I also had somebody tell me a long time ago in a training, a Jules training, what's your ideal day? Think about your ideal day. It's part of your why and your motivation. Write it down and read it every night before you lay your head on your pillow, and maybe you read it every morning when you wake up. It's your drive. It's the fire in your belly, because that ideal day goes right hand in hand with your why. Is it to work less hours, to work less days, to be home more with your kids, to be able to say yes more, to put money away, home, and write down so that you have it always right in here, and share it. So my challenge for you, whether you've been an ambassador like me for over 3 years, or you are a brand new ambassador, between now and the next couple of days through the weekend, you're really going to sit down and think about your why. Why did you click Join Plexus? And again, if it's different, that's fine. Different from when you started versus now. But I want you to write it down and share it with somebody, whether it's your spouse, a sibling, your kids, one of us. Like, just share it with us, because that's going to hold yourself accountable as well. Just trying to go through my notes here. Let me see. Make sure I got everything. I think I did. Okay, Christine, do you have anything else to add to that? Because I think I got everything.
I think so, other than, what I'm going to talk about. I mean, you mentioned, during the tough times to, always reflect upon your why, and to have, continue to push you forward.
Right.
And that is just so important.
Right. So again, that creating your why, going back to it, letting it evolve, that all goes hand in hand with what Christine's going to talk about now, which is mindset. And you guys, whether you want to earn a couple $100 a month, or you want to become a dual ambassador, personal development, mindset wise is so important. And unfortunately, it took me and I think a lot of people that I've spoken to a while to realize just how important personal development is. And we can share books with you. We've actually had trainings that we've gone to. I mean, I've traveled 7 hours for a mindset training before, and thank goodness I did, because it changed my whole outlook on my business. So without further ado, all the floor is yours, my dear Christine Savicki.
Okay, so I want to talk to you guys and ask you, or you ask yourself, what you think of this amazing and incredible incentive that has been placed in our lap this month. Okay, last month was amazing when corporate offered us double bonus for going silver as a first-time silver ambassador, and this month they got even more generous with us and continued that silver bonus. But not only that, they have given us an incentive to rank to gold and re-rank to gold. So I want to ask you, I want to talk to you about what you think, how that affects you, how that affects your business, how that affects your outcome. So when you open that email from corporate, what did you think? Okay, what did you think? Did you think, oh my God, this is so amazing, I can totally do this. Let me sit down, let me go through my reports, let me think about how I'm going to do this and how I'm going to make this happen? Or did you open that email and look at it and say, wow, this is super awesome. Plexus is so generous, but there is no way that I am going to be able to rank or regain my rank. So I want you to realize that what you say, especially if you say it over and over and over again, how it has the possibility of coming to fruition. And that is both good and bad, positives and negatives of what you say over and over again to yourself. So of course you're not going to be able to do something if you tell yourself that you can't, right? I mean, that's just reality. Of course you can't. But maybe, just maybe, if you tell yourself that you can, then you would be able to reach amazing heights. Not only this month, but just in life, okay? This is not just about Plexus. This is about life. When Liza's talking about personal growth and focusing on personal development, I mean, so many people did not even start thinking about personal development, did not think about how their mindset until Plexus came along. But I can guarantee, and I'm sure Liza can vouch for me, that it affects every aspect of your entire life. Okay, so what you say and you tell yourself that you can do something, you can reach amazing heights in this business and in things in your personal life as well. So even if you don't reach that exact goal this month, and right now, you're still going to be able to say and tell yourself that you tried, right? And then you're going to have learned something. You're going to have learned what you need to do, what you have, maybe what you did wrong, and you're going to be able to move ahead and continue to strive. So mindset, okay, that's what we're talking about. A positive mindset is the biggest thing. Mindset is what drives us. It's our thoughts, our feelings, our behaviors, and this is something that we need to work on constantly. We constantly have to work on keeping our head in the right place and keep on improving ourselves and upping our game, because that is where results are going to come from. So mindset is not something that you work on here and there. Mindset is something that you work on every single day. And those of us who are committed to excellence in life, work on this every single day. It's not something that you do once a year. It's not a seminar that you drive to once a year. Yes, that was awesome that Liza did that, but she works on this every day. Okay, that was just one sacrifice that she made, was driving. But I can guarantee you, she opens up a book, or she says positive affirmations, or she prays every single day. It's something that we need to work on every day. It's not something we do once a year. It's not a book that you read here and there, that you pick up and you read here and there. It's getting your mind in check, and it's deciding what you're going to do and how you're going to do it to get there. Okay? It's the little things. It's the little things that matter. It's the little things that you do each and every single day that really end up being the big things and bringing us the great results and the great rewards. Okay, it's putting those, I know lots of us have positive affirmations in our car, on our mirrors, on our refrigerators. Okay, it's those little things. It's saying a prayer every morning before you wake up. It's It's reading 10 pages out of a personal growth and development book a day. It's those little things that are going to get you to where you want to go in the end, okay? 1 hour a day of dedicated energy and focus on it should be your number one priority, and it will help you get to where you want to go, okay? It truly is the people that say that's not enough time to make an impact that don't reach their goals. Okay. And not only is it them saying that once, it's them saying that over and over again in their head. I just don't have time for that. I just don't have time for that. Of course you don't. If you tell yourself you don't have time for that, you're not going to make time for that, and you're not going to reach your goals. And it's not true. Okay. You can make an impact in a few minutes, or you can make an impact in an hour. All you need to do is put a system in place. Set yourself up for success by breaking things down and putting a plan in place. You need to be intentional. You've heard us talk about being intentional with our business. You need to be intentional. Can't even talk right now. You need to be intentional about working on yourself as well. Okay? Progress over perfection creates momentum. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Progress over perfection creates momentum. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to make a little bit of progress each and every day. You need to push forward every single day and progress towards your goals. Tony Robbins says, where your focus goes, your energy flows. And it is so true. It is so true. Think about it. Think about, if you're having a bad day. Okay. Say, I don't know, you ran out of gas. If you start thinking about that all day long, it's going to affect you 3 hours from now. You filled your gas tank up, you're at work, everything's fine. But if you're still thinking about how annoyed you are that your husband left you with no gas, it's going to ruin your whole day. Okay. So don't send your energy there, because don't focus on that, because that's where your energy is going to go. So, what you think probably most likely will come to fruition. So that's why we really needed to focus on positive self-talk. So I just want to chat with you guys for a few minutes about life. Okay, because we all have our ups and downs in life. I have had my fair share, and we all do. It's not always easy. It's not always fun. And life can be full of struggles. Life can be full of disappointments and heartaches and challenges and hardships. Okay. But life can also be so amazing. And what's truly important, what I really believe is truly important, is how we deal with those struggles and those hardships and those challenges and so on. What path we choose, that is what is most important. I always say this, a lot of you may have heard me say this before, but my husband and I say this all the time. We all have choices, okay? We all have choices in life. Things pop up constantly. In every moment, we have two choices. Are you going to rise up, or are you going to crumble? Are you going to push through, or are you going to be taken under? I am telling you right now, your mind is so powerful. When we make the choice to push through and to rise up, we realize, believe me, take it from me. Take it from Jody Rutledge, who's on this call right now, okay? When you make the choice to rise up and to push through, you realize that you are more capable than you ever realized. But it comes down to your decision and how you're going to deal with it and which path you are going to take. How are you going to respond? Okay, will you react or will you decide? There's a big difference there, okay? Nature leads us to react. Our emotions lead us to react. But our free will is what leads us to make a decision. So I want you to realize that your journey may not be easy. It's definitely not going to be easy, okay? But it's worth it, okay? You may get knocked down, you may get scraped, you may get broken, you may bleed, you may cry, and you will. But will you pick yourself up and will you keep going? Is your why big enough to push you through? Okay, that's how these two topics relate tonight. Okay, is your why big enough to push you through? That vision of what you want for your life, is that big enough? Or will you decide to take the road of excuses? those excuses fuel the fire. You let those excuses fuel the fire that are going to put out your future. So we all have stories of what has shaped and what has molded us into the person that we are today. I do. We all do. Every single person on here, can write the story of our life, right? So I want you to envision these people, the person who's endured such hardship or struggle or defeat or heartache, the person who's battled something in life, like something life-threatening, the loss of a spouse or a child or a parent, divorce, or life-changing news that literally has brought them to their knees. This person suffered something so terrible that some may wonder how they got through. Yet this person is full of life, always smiling, always positive and helpful, and actually at peace. Do you know that person? For those of us that went to convention, I think that we know. If you don't know who Alita is, you really you need to look her up. Okay, she lost her husband about a little over 2 years ago. No, actually, a little over a year ago. She just celebrated her second anniversary without him. She got up and on stage. I'm getting a little off topic here, but she got up on stage at convention and told her story of how she persevered. And, she lost her husband. A few months later, she lost her mom, and she ranked to Emerald because her why was so huge and her faith was so huge. So I think we all know that person. So then there's this other person that I want you to envision, okay? I want you to envision that person. This person has also faced the same difficulties as the person that we just chatted about, okay? But this person is miserable, is constantly in the midst of turmoil and drama, and someone who places blame and is resentful. So instead of learning from it and growing from it and fighting through it, they've stayed in that place. And this has become the story of their life, the meaning of their life, the reasons for doing or not doing something in their life. Right? We both know both of these people, don't we? Right? But the difference between them is their choice. The choice to be the victim or the victor. They each had a choice as to how they were going to let those circumstances dictate the outcome of their life. The good news is that each day, every single day that we wake up is a brand new day and a brand new clean slate. So again, we have a choice. Are we going to continue down the path that we've been walking, or are we going to make this day different? Sometimes the path that we're walking is amazing. But if it's not, then make that choice. Make that intentional, purposeful choice to turn the corner and start a new chapter on that blank page, on that new day. Make the choice to no longer carry your excuses or your hardships or your heartaches with you. Wake up each morning feeling grateful. We all have something to be grateful for. Every one of us does. So start becoming the person that you want to be now. Develop those habits. Cultivate a mindset of giving, of serving, and of impacting in every interaction that you have. If you cultivate that positive mindset, it's going to become like a way of being for you. It's going to become habit, but it does take work. Okay, it will bring you faster to your goals and it will help you experience happiness, but it does take some work. Okay, it doesn't have to take 3 hours a day. Again, all it takes is some positive affirmations. It takes a few minutes every single day of just working on yourself, waking up and embracing where you are in life. It's like the best decision that you can make for yourself. So I'm not telling you to forget anything that you may have been through, okay? All I'm suggesting is that you're going through now. I'm just suggesting that you learn from it and you grow from these experiences and you seize the day, and you realize that you can overcome so much by just believing in yourself, okay? It takes work. It does take work. Just reading over my notes here to see if I've missed anything. Surrounding yourself with people who build you up is so important. People who build you up, people who support you, who encourage you, who push you to be better. Those are the people that you want to surround yourself with. There is a really, really, really great, I don't know if you want to call it like a short story, but you can Google it. It's called the carrot, the egg, and the coffee bean and the coffee. And basically it's, they're each stuck in a pot of boiling hot water, separate boiling pots of hot water, the same water. And, what happens when you put a carrot in boiling water? It just softens up and wilts. And what happens to an egg when you put it in a pot of boiling water? It hardens and it becomes hard. And what happens to that coffee bean when you put it in a pot of boiling water? It becomes coffee, and it just ignites something within us. And so what are you going to be? How are you going to live your life? We're all faced with hardships, but are you, and I'm not saying don't grieve. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, we all have a choice to either wilt and, give up, or harden and become miserable, or we have a chance to become something beautiful and that we can learn from. So keeping that positive mindset and working on ourselves every single day is just extremely, extremely important. And when you feel like you're having a tough day, again, it's your why that's going to push you through and ignite that fire to keep you going. So,
But
do you want to add anything, Liza?
I do. Like, I wrote down a couple of things as you were talking that just kind of came to my head. And the first one is our brain is a muscle. Mm-hmm. And let's use this analogy. You go and you want to get good triceps. How do you get good triceps? You have to go to the gym and you have to train your body, and you're going to get your good triceps. So our brain is the same exact way. It's a muscle. If you are saying, I can't, then guess what? You won't.
Absolutely.
Plain and simple.
Yeah. I don't come to you talking about this because I've never been there. Mm-hmm. It's been amazing for me, and it's been a journey. It's been a continuation of a journey that I have been on for 25 years. I have, again, we've all been dealt our challenges and our struggles. But there was a time when I was not who I am now, mm-hmm. and I would succumb to, anxiety and just worry, and I would take it out on my life wasn't going where I wanted it to go because I was constantly in a state of worry, negative mindset, and constantly waiting for the next ball to drop and trying to convince myself, well, something's going to happen. And I mean, I will admit to all of you, even when my son Brody was born and he had Down syndrome, I just was like, wow, I knew this was going to happen. Like, it was like I always knew. Of course, I feel terrible feeling that way now, but that's a whole nother story. I was just uneducated and whatever. But point is, it took me a long time, and that's why I say it takes work. But I've worked every day for like years, a little bit every single day.
And it's not even like a 3-hour commitment a day. If your drive to work is 20 minutes, put in an audiobook or listen to one of the people that you talked about. Alita Allen is you didn't say her last name, so I wanted to make sure everybody could. So Lita Allen, yes. Look her up on Facebook. Amazing. Kelly Norman, Sonia Dudley, John Maxwell. Kelly and Sonia are John Maxwell trained. So just, 15 minutes a day to start, pick up a book. I was recommending a book to an ambassador last week. I'm like, this is the easy read books we can share with you guys. So, and then just commit, make the choice. One of the things I wrote down, commit to make the choice, make the choice to commit. Yeah. And you'll go places, believe us. Yeah, I absolutely agree. Great job, Christine. Good stuff.
Yeah. So does anybody, I see the chats here are just all positive stuff here.
Yeah. So, if anybody has any questions or anything, pop on. Otherwise, we'll be back.
Yeah.
Same time, same place, next Thursday night.
Bye-bye.
Awesome, guys. See you later. Have a good night. Okay, bye.
Bye.